Hello everyone, my name is Rosalie Mertel and today I'll be discussing culture attitude toward mental health. Why mental health issues exist everywhere, how society perceive and treat them varies greatly. Understand these differences is the key to reducing stigma and improving global mental health care. Introduction. Why this matter? Mental health is a universal concern. Yet millions of people worldwide struggle to get help they need. The World Organizations estimate that nearly 75% of people who with mental health in low income countries receive no treatment. Why? Because culture plays a major role in how mental health is perceived, treated, even talked about. In this presentation, we will explore Western and non-Western approach to mental health, the impact of stigma, and how traditional and modern treatment can work together. Western versus non-Western approaches. In Western societies such as the US and Europe, mental health is primarily viewed through a medical model. This means that disorders like depression and anxiety are treated with therapy, medication, professional counseling. Mental health is often discussed open and seeking help encouraged. However, many Western cultures mental health is understood quite differently. And in part of Asia, Africa, and Latin America, mental health distress has been as a spiritual or social rather than a medical condition. People may turn religious leaders, shamans, or traditional healers rather than a psychologist or psychiatrist. For example, in indigenous and communities, healing ceremonies and storytellings are key forms of emotional support. The impact of stigma. The impact of stigma. One of the biggest barriers to mental health care is stigma. In the high stigma cultures, mental health illness is often seen as a weakness or personal failures. And japing or sarcoria for for example, seeking therapy is sometimes viewed as shameful, and people fear being judged by their families and peers. In contrast, countries like Norway and Sweden normalize therapy and encourage open discussion about mental well-being, leading to a higher treatment rates and better outcome. Unfortunately, in many parts of the world, stigma prevent individuals from reaching out for help. According to the WHO, only 10 to 20% of people in low-income countries receive any form of mental health care. This lack of support can lead to worsening conditions, social isolations, and an even higher social rate. Okay? Blending traditional and modern treatment. In recent years, many cultures have started blending traditional and modern approaches to mental health. Instead of choosing one over the other, some communities combine spiritual healing with psychological therapy. For example, in Latin America, curanderos or folk healers provide emotional and spiritual support, sometimes working alongside with therapists or licensed therapists. In India and China, traditional medicines like Ayurveda and acupuncture is used alongside cognitive behaviors therapy (CBT) to treat anxiety and depression. Indigenous communities in North America incorporate storytelling, drumming, and sweet lodge ceremonies and mental health care. By representing and integrating cultural belief, mental health professional can provide more effective, cultural competent care. Conclusions. Why cultural awareness matters. So, what can we learn from this? Culture shapes how people understand and responding to mental health challenges. If we want if we want to improve mental health globally, we must take culture attitude into account. That means reducing stigma, increasing access to care, and combining traditional and modern treatment where possible. By fostering culture awareness into mental health care, we can create more inclusive and effective support system for people around the world. Okay. For this for this presentations, I use Stephen Hain, cultural psychology as a primary reference, along with research from the World Health Organization and Lancet on global mental health disparities. Thank you for watching, and I hope this gives you guys a better understand of how cultures influence mental health. Thank you.